Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. Hope everyone's doing well. So last night on DAZN, I watched Amo Williams outpoint Patrice Volnay. And I meant to make a video, but by the time I had dinner, I then watched some Netflix, an atrociously bad film with Ben Affleck about special forces people raiding a drug lord's villa for money. And it was just complete mind candy nonsense. By the time that was done, it was time for me to get my beauty sleep. So here we are. Better late than never, I suppose. So anyways, like I say, Amo Williams, who thankfully has lost that tiger tail mascot, at least I didn't see it. He boxes out of Texas. He's 28 years old. He's a southpaw, rated number 2 in the USA in the middleweight division, number 7 worldwide. He now moves to 18-1-0 with 12 wins by way of. His only loss was to Hamza Shiraz. The short version is he outworked, outthrew, out-hustled, out-energized the Canadian Patrice Volnay, but that's just the Coles Notes takeaway version. There's a little bit more to it than that. Volnay, who's 35 years of age, orthodox fighter, now moves to 19-2-0, 13 by way of. He's the top Canadian middleweight, number 1 in Canada, number 21 worldwide. I thought he gave Amo Williams a tough fight. I scored it, if I wrap myself in the maple leaf flag and, full-on patriotism, whatever, 7-5. But I think it's fairer to say 8-4, to be perfectly honest, in Amo Williams' favour. Williams started strong. Volnay's got a high guard. He's a taller fellow and he keeps his hands up like that. He didn't seem to do a lot until about the third round when he sort of got into gear. Warming up, if you like, he started moving forward, and that's the key. Amo Williams is a very come-forward fighter. I happen to like come-forward fighters. But Amo Williams isn't as strong, in my view, when he's put onto the back foot. And I think Hamza Shiraz showed us this. Of course, Hamza Shiraz stopped him in 11th round, I think. Anyhow, that's an aside. Middle rounds, 5, 6, 7, there was a lot of back and forth. By about the 7th round, Volnay seemed to really settle in behind his jab. There was also a bit of a slugfest. He started letting his hands go. And at that time, I was thinking, ooh, this could go either way. I was mostly neutral on who was winning. I don't actually get excited by a person's nationality. I've been, honestly, when you've moved around the world yourself, you can't really get too excited by nationality, can you? Rounds 8 and 9, I'm just looking at my pencil notes here. It's hard to read my own handwriting. By rounds 8 and 9, Williams was being backed up. And then he seemed to have was re-energized. He came out in the 10th round. He'd had a little bit of a flea put in his ear by his trainer, and he came out sort of refocused, I guess, and realized that it wasn't a foregone conclusion that he actually had to win this fight. Round 11, however, Volnay showed that he still had some life left in 35-year-old legs, and I thought again, ooh, he's still in it. And I thought then that the last round was probably Williams. Tail of the tape, as it were. Like I say, Williams worked harder, came forward more, threw more, and particularly to an American audience and American judges who reward that. I believe it used to be called Brooklyn scoring. It was clear to me that it was going to be a points win for Williams. Volnay seemed to be quite disgusted by the decision, though truth be told, I suspect when Volnay wakes up this morning, he's going to say some version of, I should have done more. They're both tired at the end of the fight, as they should be, but Williams basically kept up fighting for the distance. Volnay seemed to sort of maybe box within himself a little bit. 35-year-old legs may have been the difference. I don't know. And in my view, he didn't really start the fight until like the third round. So, you know, what can you say? The judges' scorecards were, I thought, 118 to 110, I thought was a bit harsh, to be perfectly honest. 116, 112, 115, 113. Honestly, I can't really argue. I think the fair score is sort of 8-4. I was trying to look for the Canadian to get an extra round, and so maybe 7-5. You know, honestly, I wouldn't argue, right? Especially as I actually like the come forward style. I mean, a more technically aware fan might often say to me, "Oh, you're wrong. I mean, you know, the guy on the back foot is much more technically skilled, etc., so forth." And they're right, strictly speaking. I just reward, you know, the gung ho, more aggressive fighter. It's just, you know, my preference, right? Volnay, he's probably at 35 reached the end of the road. Still probably got a few more fights in him, but I'm not seeing him, you know, rise any higher than where he is. I mean, time is not on his side. And again, to be maybe a little bit harsh, talent's not on his side either. Even though he was tough, he was resilient, he came to fight, he was robust. I think he's probably gone as far as he's going to go. Amma Williams, on the other hand, sort of, you know, calling out people and, you know, wants to go on and be, you know, the greatest possible in the division. And it's great to have ambition. I applaud that in whatever field of human endeavor we're engaged in. Though I think the reality is that I would say, my own opinion, that Amma Williams is more now of like, I would say, a gatekeeper to the elite level, if that makes sense. I mean, please, you know, if you think I'm out to lunch on this, let me know. Like, he's lost to Hamza Shiraz, who lost to Adames. Drew officially with Adames. Most of us realize that Hamza Shiraz lost to Adames. Could Amma Williams fight Adames and win? Possible, but unlikely in my view. So I would put him at that gatekeeper level. I would say, you know, you've got your elite, and then you've got your Amma Williams type fellow. You know, certainly no shame in that. I mean, absolutely. And I don't mean to sound harsh when I say gatekeeper. I'm not sort of, you know, demeaning that role or anything like that. I just feel that for Amma Williams to go up one more rung on the ladder is going to be a hard row to hoe. And I think that Amma Williams, he's still got life in him at 28, of course. I would be surprised if he progresses past where he is. But I might well be wrong. And if you're an Amma Williams fan, you know, I mean no disrespect to your fighter. Let me know in the comments section. And that's it for the moment. I do believe that James from Porky's Corner is going to come on to the channel later today, and that'll be fun. We'll have another interesting conversation, no doubt, so stay tuned. If you like this video, please like, please share, please subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okie dokie, have a fabulous day wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.